Today's deep dive into the abyss has to do with forgiveness because I understand we as humans interact with each other. We experience happiness and sadness and sometimes hurt from interacting with people. And in those moments of being hurt by people, you, after a certain period of time, have a choice whether to forgive or not to forgive. And if you're asking me, I choose to forgive nobody because I'm traumatized by everybody. But I understand that there are people out there that can forgive individuals who have hurt them once time has gone by because you are forgiving human being, and I respect you for that. And I have a question for you as an individual, specifically if you are a man. But if you're a woman and you can relate to this, the question also works for you too. Imagine you meet somebody and you fall in love, and after a significant amount of time, you get proposed to, or you propose to that person, and they say yes, and you're planning the wedding, and 2 months before the wedding, that individual cheats on you and you are hurt, but you find out that they cheat on you with an 11-year-old child because they work at a school. Do you A, throw them by the wayside, B, forgive them, or C, still find ways to talk to them even though they've completely embarrassed you, your name, your reputation as somebody who got it on with an 11-year-old? Madison Bergman, terrible names, ex-fiance, still speaks to the Wisconsin 5th grade teacher even after she was busted for allegedly making out with an 11-year-old in her classroom. They still talk, as far as I know, says a pal who was invited to the couple's now canceled wedding on July 27th. But obviously everything has changed. He was betrayed in a really big way, but he was madly in love, and you can't just turn that off. And you know what? I can understand that. You meet somebody, you fall in love, you go on dates, you feel like she is the one, you risk one of your ACLs, those beautiful pieces of meat in your leg, to ask to have the hand in marriage, and you think it's going to be a happily ever after, and you get the ultimate plot twist under the sun that she's in her classroom making out with a bunch of 11-year-olds. And I can understand some people falling madly in love and not being able to turn that off. But given the circumstances, you might won't turn that shit off steadfast, because if you don't, you're gonna be looking stuck, stupid, and dumb for a long time. Bergman is now hiding on her grandparents' farm and avoiding most of her former friends, including the bridal party from her aborted ceremony. Great pieces of wordplay. She seems embarrassed to face us, the friend tells the Post. She ghosted everyone, which is kind of to be expected. Bergman, who is 24, has been charged with first-degree child sexual assault of a child under the age of 13. According to the charging documents obtained by the Post, Bergman was a teacher at Rivercrest Elementary School when she allegedly started the tawdry affair with an 11-year-old student. She allegedly kissed him several times in the classroom, either after school or while the other students were at lunch. Police also say that she moved his desk closer to hers so she could rub his legs during... No. Her alleged lewd behavior was discovered when the boy's parents found salacious text on his phone. His enraged father printed out the messages and stormed the front office, prompting an investigation. Great father. He really caused the scene, said the school employee who witnessed the mad dad's arrival at the school. Cops searched Bergman's backpack and allegedly found a manila folder with the victim's name on it containing several handwritten letters. In her notes, she tells him that she loves him, wants to kiss him, he turns her on, and that she is obsessed with him. In another one of the letters, Bergman allegedly wrote, "One of my cousins is in the 5th grade, and I can't imagine a man talking to her how we talk. I know we have a special relationship, and I do love you more than anyone in the world, but I have to be the adult here and stop." Clearly, you didn't stop. Clearly, this kept going. Clearly, you, for some reason, felt such infatuation with an 11-year-old that you completely looked at your soon-to-be husband and said, "You just can't turn it on like that 11-year-old can." I feel disgusted even trying to make a joke out of this. You are a sick fuck. And I'm glad that more about this is coming out about you so that we could hopefully spread the word to the would have been husband in this scenario and get him to realize, I understand that you might have a caring heart, that you might want to check in on somebody like that. But understand, you is a chump if you keep talking to this bitch, because she clearly looks at you as a loser and will look at 11-year-olds as strapping men who know how to provide for her and who could clearly turn her on in such a way that would make even Chris Hansen want to slit his own wrist. It is impossible to look at the world in any type of lens that could possibly make you say, hey, I know you cheated on me with an 11-year-old. I know based on all the information that's come out that you are clearly turned on by an 11-year-old, but let me come talk to you for a couple hours. No, not happening. No dice, no circumstance, no ifs, no ands, no ass cheeks. You, as a young man, soon to be married, or an older man, considering you might be in your 30s, you, as a man, gotta realize in some scenarios, it ain't gonna work out. And I think being cheated on by your woman who chose an 11-year-old over you would be the most significant thing under the sun to make you say, you know what? Fuck this bitch. I could probably find somebody better. But who knows? Maybe he has a caring heart and he's willing to overlook the fact that 11-year-olds probably have more game than him. And that's a scenario that he's going to have to come to grips with. But let me know what you're going to do. If you were a month off or 2 months off from your wedding and your husband or wife cheated on you with an 11-year-old, would you stay? Would you call off the wedding? Would you continue the wedding? Would you go continuously talk to them? Would you have a little bit of sympathy or support to them? And if you were to find out that there were letters written to that 11-year-old about how they turned them on and you can't do it, would you be slighted? Or would you think, that's perfectly fine. I just got to work harder. Maybe I should listen to a bunch of podcasts on how to please a man or a woman. And let me know a bunch of other things that you would say and do in the comments down below. Forgiveness is a virtue, and it's only awarded to people who actually are worthy of forgiveness. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Mwah. Goodbye.